Thank you. May I request the Registrar to read out the message from the Honorable Chancellor.
Good morning. We have received a message from Raj Bhavan that the Honorable Chancellor of the University, Professor Jagdish Mukhi, would not be able to attend the convocation because of certain unavoidable circumstances. He has authorized the Vice Chancellor of the University to preside over the convocation. I request the Honorable Vice Chancellor to declare the convocation open.
I declare the fourth convocation of the Krishnakanta Honorary State Open University open.
May I now invite the Honorable Vice Chancellor to present his welcome address and report.
Good morning. Chief Guest Professor Nageswar Rao, Vice Chancellor of Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. Recipients of the Honoris Causa, Professor Ranjit Kumar Devagoswami, Sri Deepak Kumar Bhattakur, Sri Suraj Narjari, Sri Adil Hussain, esteemed members of the Board of Management, Academic Council of the University, distinguished invited guests, former Vice Chancellor Dr. Hitesh Deka, awardees, learners, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a privilege and honor to have your gracious presence at the fourth convocation of the Krishnakanta Honorary State Open University. And I, on behalf of the university, would like to extend hearty welcome to you all. The occasion of convocation naturally invokes a sense of success and fulfillment. This is a treasured moment for those who will be conferred degrees, diplomas and certificates and what they have successfully accomplished. This is also an occasion for the university to look back as well as to look forward while much has been achieved and much needs to be attained still. The university was established by the government of Assam with an objective to provide an opportunity of quality higher education to those who, for some reasons or other, were hitherto left out from the ambit of higher education. Since inception, the university has been working towards this goal and also to create an environment for lifelong learning. The philosophy and the vision of the university are aptly reflected in its motto, Education Beyond Barriers. The university stands for equity, social justice, and democratization of higher education. For ours is a university where unwillingness to learn is the only disqualification in attaining education. Therefore, with the motto of Education Beyond Barriers, the university has been successfully delivering quality higher education, particularly among the disadvantaged and marginalized section of the society. Being the only state open university in the entire Northeast India, it had overcome the challenges of providing strategic support services to the learners located in the remote and inaccessible areas of the state through a network of over 300 learner support centers. Out of this, 27% study centers are located in the chore areas, 11% in the tea garden areas, 7% in the border areas, 2% in the hilly terrains. These centers have been effectively catering the needs of the thousands of aspiring learners belonging to these difficult and remote areas. Ensuring quality and with equity in providing education has been a fundamental principle in the functioning of the university. I am happy to inform you that the university has been able to fulfill this mandate. Close to 50% of the total learners of the university belong to the disadvantaged and marginalized communities, while more than 40% of them are women. The university provides free education to jail inmates, different level learners, and the transgender learners. The university provides learning material to the visually challenged learners in Braille and audio format. Today, the university is proudly declared that it has succeeded in breaking the barriers and in reaching the unreached in providing quality education in the state in an equitable manner. 16 years ago, the university had a modest but a decent beginning. During the first 3 years, the university could serve little about 13,000 learners. With a collective effort of all stakeholders, the university has grown with time and witnessed an impressive expansion in terms of physical infrastructure, faculty, and employee strength, number of programs offered, and above all, the number of learners enrolled. Over the periods, the university has enrolled about 3.8 lakhs learners in various programs. The university currently offers 22 undergraduate and postgraduate programs, besides a host of diploma and certificate programs. These programs are designed in accordance with the educational aspirations of the learner, future demand of the knowledge and skill. Moreover, the programs of the university are provided in regional languages along with English for a greater accessibility. India is a young country, and so is Assam. Bulk of the population belongs to youth, and expectations are high for the potential demographic dividends. Provisioning for higher education surely has an instrumental role in this regard. The National Education Policy 2020 accordingly makes an ambitious aim of doubling the gross enrollment ratio in higher education in the country. The gross enrollment ratio in higher education at present stands only 26%. The GER, gross enrollment ratio in higher education in Assam, on the other hand, remains only at 18%. Enhancing the enrollment in higher education will clearly require massive expansion in the absorbent capacity in the system. In a short span of its existence, the university has been able to create an impression in the education sector of the region by providing access to need-based higher education for the learners and make substantial contribution in improving the gross enrollment ratio in higher education in the state. For example, in the field of teacher education, the university has made a significant contribution in training 50,611 teacher learners of the state through its diploma in elementary education program during the period of 2012-2017. This is indeed a great feat for a primary education, as the primary education is the foundation of not only education system but also of the socio-economic development of the country. Viewed in this context, Krishnakanta Handikoi State Open University has played a pivotal role in the sphere of education as well as in the socio-economic transformation of the state. It is, however, important to recognize that not many are fortunate enough to reap the benefit of higher education and professional education due to certain social, economic, institutional, or even personal barriers. Providing quality education at the higher and professional level thus has become a daunting task for the government and the policy makers. Open and distance learning system has emerged as an answer to this challenge. Over the years, Krishnakanta Handikoi State Open University is striving sincerely to fulfill this mandate given to it. Overcoming the wide-ranging and diverse barriers essentially calls for a continuous innovation and creative systematic reforms. Krishnakanta Handikoi State Open University has been keen as well as prompt in adopting innovation and institutional reforms in bringing in greater flexibility, accessibility, transparency, and accountability. From the year 2020-21 academic session, the university has introduced a unique system of lateral entry of learners into various academic programs. The new system aims at bringing in greater flexibility into the system, accommodating large section of the students who had to discontinue their formal higher education halfway due to myriad of constraints, by providing them with an opportunity to come back and complete their degrees through open and distance learning system. Further, in order to bring more diversity to our academic programs, the university has launched several new programs from the academic year 2021, which includes 6-month certificate program in Japanese language and culture in collaboration with the Japan Foundation, New Delhi, diploma in geoinformatics, etc., etc. The university has received approval from the University Grants Commission for offering 2 new academic programs, MA in Education and MSCIT, from this current academic year. Besides, the Academic Council of the university recently decided to offer a postgraduate program in Assamese, also in Assamese language, and the university has already started developing learning material in Assamese. The university is also in the process of offering a program on Assamese language to the non-Assamese speakers. The efforts made by the university through a conscious planning and institutional reforms have started yielding fruits in the terms of learner success and achievement. Our learners' profile has enhanced considerably. It is heartening to note that quite a few of our learners have successfully qualified in the competitive examination, including the state civil service examinations. The university has also introduced a learners' charter to bring in greater clarity in the rights and responsibility of the key stakeholders. This is a unique attempt towards accountability and transparency, and this also reflects the university's commitment to the rights of the learners and its satisfaction. Besides, the university is now emphasizing on carrying out quality research program. In order to attract good scholars, the university has instituted need-based scholarship in the MPhil and PhD program from the current academic year. In a globalized world, the collaboration and networking assume utmost significance in building a research culture and improving the quality of research. The university is engaged with a serious planning in this regard, and it is expected that in the near future, the university will become a vibrant hub of scholarly engagement and activities. The last year has been extremely difficult and challenging due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The situation arising out of pandemic threw new challenges before the academic community and forced everybody to shift their focus in designing innovative teaching learning methodology in order to keep the doors of learning open to the students who were deprived of the access to learning in the face of unprecedented pandemic. Both conventional and face-to-face and open and distance learning institutions tried to cope up with a new normal by adapting themselves to online mode of teaching learning. Krishnakanda Hondiko State Open University has also reoriented its teaching learning ecosystem, making it more student-centric teaching learning system. The university has made extensive use of web-based support services so that learners do not feel isolated and discouraged while pursuing different academic programs. Live online classes, audiovisual presentation, ESLM, and links of the pre-recorded programs are some of the different online support services that are being provided for the benefit of the learners. Alongside, measures have been also taken so that learners can effectively utilize different digital educational resources. Those are available in the public domain. The university has put emphasis on integrating the ICT into the fold of teaching learning as a part of quality mandate. The e-mentoring system introduced recently by the university is of its kind, which enables learners to connect with the university faculty for live counseling and mentoring through ICT-based platforms. As the world is moving towards blended learning, Krishnakanda Khandiko State Open University is adapting to the emerging format of teaching learning. The university has already started learning management system eBidya, planning to launch its new web portal Ecolable Life. With this new initiative, it is expected the university will be able to create a niche in the field of open and distance learning in particular, and higher education in general in this part of the country. I am particularly delighted to share with you that Krishnakanda Khandiko State Open University became the first open university in the country to address the problem of delivering education during the COVID-19 pandemic by organizing an international online conference, Teaching Learning in the Time of Pandemic, Role of Online Learning during the April 20 and 21 last year. We are aware of the fact the pandemic had altered the educational scenario of the world, and there was an urgent need to design and find innovative framework regarding how people could make the best use of online resources during the pandemic. Experts and ODL practitioners from across the globe took part in the online conference, which shared ideas and experiences. Scholars from countries like Canada, Pakistan, Vietnam, Russia, Sri Lanka, Philippines, Indonesia, Japan, Hong Kong, Malaysia have joined the conference and made it a truly unique event. The conferences provided a rare opportunity to share ideas, experience, and plan of actions to deal with the peculiar situation created by the pandemic and to prepare ourselves to face the new normal emerging both at global and regional level. Along with the teaching learning activities, the university is also taking keen interest in carrying out extension activities with the overarching objective of bringing about social changes in the desired direction. During the last 3 years, the university has been organizing various activities towards fulfilling this objective. The most recent activity is a 21-day-long vocational training on electrical welding in those adopted villages of the university. The participation of the large number of women in this program was a very encouraging fact. I take this opportunity to share few of our recent initiatives. The university has received UGC's approval for new program, MA Education and MA MSCIT, and university has been carried out rigorous academic and administrative audit in February this year. Most importantly, the university has started the process of much awaited NAAC accreditation and has successfully submitted the self-study report on 9th of March 2021. The world around us is fast changing, giving rise to newer challenges before all of us. These challenges contain new windows of opportunities. Converting challenges into opportunities require vision, a vision for a just, equitable, and peaceful world. Krishnakanda Khandiko State Open University ambitions to become a people's university in the real sense of the term, as conceived by Charles Dickens in 1859 with regard to the University of London, when for the first time, University of London decided to democratize the access of education by providing an opportunity who otherwise were deprived then. This is an ambitious goal, but surely not unattainable. Ours is a young university. It has a pool of dynamic and young academicians and non-academic staff who have been working relentlessly towards upholding the university's motto, education beyond barriers. With the support of all stakeholders, I am sure the university will emerge as one of the finest people's universities in the country and a center of excellence in distance and open learning. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all again, once again, to the solemn occasion of the 4th convocation of the university. To conclude, I congratulate all the learners of the university who will be awarded their degrees today. I wish all of you will shine in your own field and make the university proud in the days to come. Thank you all. Jai to Krishnakanda Khandiko State Open University. Jai Aham, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Professor Ranjit Kumar Devagoswamy is an erudite scholar and a renowned academician. He has made several contributions to the Assamese critical thought and Assamese literary history. He is also known for his wide-ranging scholarship on Hongkor Deba, Krishnakanta Hondigoi, and Manikanta Kakoti. By locating the illustrious personalities of Assam in the overall trajectory, Professor Goswami has most brilliantly bring forth the salient aspects of contemporary social context in defining the contours of the intellectual history of the state. His works in these areas have opened new vistas of critical thinking, cast lights on myriad dimensions of Assamese literature and culture, hitherto less known and thus have been deeply influential. In recognition of his distinguished contribution to the field of Assamese critical thought and literary culture, Krishnakanta Hondigoi State Open University feels privileged to confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Literature honoris causa in its 4th convocation. May I take the honor and privilege of requesting Professor Ranjit Kumar Deva Goswami to rise in his seat and receive the honor. May I also request the Registrar to present the candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Literature.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present before you Professor Ranjit Kumar Deva Goswami for conferment of the degree of Dilit honoris causa of this university.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Honorable Chancellor of the Krishnakanta Hondigoi State Open University, I admit Professor Ranjit Kumar Deva Goswami to the degree of Doctor of Literature honoris causa of this university and in token thereof presented with the degree.
Thank you, sir. Shri Deepak Kumar Borthakur is an inspiring and consummate leader, social activist and entrepreneur. He is well recognized for his tireless and pioneering efforts in leading and creating large-scale socio-cultural changes through his groundbreaking works in the areas of manufacturing and industry, education, healthcare, skill development and entrepreneurial initiatives for the youth and women in the state of Assam and the northeast of India. With his diverse and profound experiences, he has been instrumental in envisioning as well as implementing several policy initiatives that transformed the lives of the thousands of people in the state. Honoring his extensive contributions to the field of skill development and entrepreneurship, Krishnakanta Hondigoi State Open University is privileged to confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Philosophy honoris causa in the 4th convocation. I take the honor of requesting Shri Borthakur to rise in his seat and receive the honor. May I also request the Registrar to present the candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present before you Sri Deepak Kumar Borthakur for conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy honoris causa of this university.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Honorable Chancellor of Krishnakanta Hondigoi State Open University, I admit Sri Deepak Kumar Borthakur to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy honoris causa of this university and token thereof presented with the degree.
Shri Surat Narzari is a distinguished academician and educationist. He has devoted his whole life towards enriching the Boro language and literature and spreading education among his community. His contributions as an institution builder have been well known and highly appreciated. His contributions to Boro poetry, playwright, and language have been unique and immense. He is also known for his translation of Rabindranath Tagore's Gitanjali into Boro, which was published by Sahitya Academy. In recognition of his untiring engagement with the enrichment of Boro language and literature, Krishnakanta Handik State Open University is privileged to confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, honoris causa, in its 4th convocation. I take the privilege of requesting him to rise in his seat and receive the honor. May I also request the Registrar to present the candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present before you Sri Surat Narjari for conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, honoris causa of this university.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Honorable Chancellor of the Krishnakanta Handiko State Open University, I admit Sri Surat Narjari to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, honoris causa of this university, and in token thereof presented with the degree.
Kankar Muhammad Adil Hussain is a multi-talented actor and a celebrated theatre personality. Known for his critically acclaimed performances in films as well as in theatres, Adil Hussain has a brilliant career in acting, which includes stand-up comedy and political satires, television films and CDs, street and radio plays, national and international films. His versatility in acting is evidenced by his seamless and powerful performances in Indian as well as global cinema of myriad kinds. Recipient of numerous awards and accolades, national as well as international, he embodies small-town dream getting realized through sheer talent, dedication, and sincere hard work that inspires many of us. In recognition of his vast contribution to the field of performing arts and culture, Krishnakanta Handiko State Open University is proud to confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, honoris causa, in its 4th convocation. It is indeed an honor and privilege to request him to please rise in his seat and receive the honor. May I also request the Registrar to present the candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present before you Khankar Muhammad Adil Hussain for conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, honoris causa of this university.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Honorable Chancellor of Krishnakanta Handiko State Open University, I admit Khandrakar Muhammad Adil Hussain to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, honoris causa of this university, and in token thereof presented with the degree.
Thank you, sir. May I request the Dean Academy to present the candidates for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy to the Honorable Vice Chancellor.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of philosophy to rise in their seats. Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, to which I pray that they may now be admitted.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Chancellor of Krishnakanta Handiko State Open University, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and I charge you that ever in your life and conversation you show yourself worthy of the same.
The candidates, as announced, are requested to come one by one and receive the degree from the Honorable Vice Chancellor. Arpana Barman, Debojyoti Datta, Debojani Dora, Debojit Khan, Gajendra Mohan Dev Sharma, Gayatri Borua, Gitali Kakoti, Jayada Begum, Jibon Sandra Fukon, Kobita Sharma, Kashyap Mohanta, Nandita Das, Nirupama Barik Soikia, Ranjit Vikas Chetia, Samir Borua, Sanjeev Khemire, Kurja Kumar Sitia. May I request the Dean Academic to present the candidates for conferment of the degree of Master of Philosophy to the Honorable Vice Chancellor.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Master of Philosophy, MPhil, to rise in their seats. Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Master of Philosophy, MPhil, to which I pray that they may now be admitted.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Chancellor of KKHSOU State Open University, I admit you to the degree of Master of Philosophy, MPhil, and I charge you that ever in your life and conversation you show yourself worthy of the same.
The candidates as announced, are requested to come one by one and receive the degree from the Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University. Abul Hussain, Anamika Kolita, Bornali Kolita, Gitanjali Thakuria, Jay Lakshmi Barua, Rekhamani Gogoi, and Rupanjali Chetia. Thank you. Now, may I request the Dean Academic to present the candidates for the conferment of the postgraduate degrees to the Honorable Vice Chancellor.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration, Computer Application, Information Technology, Social Work, Assamese, English, Education, Political Science and Sociology to please rise in their seats. Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Master of Business Administration, Computer Applications, Information Technology, Social Work, Assamese, English, Education, Political Science and Sociology, to which I pray that they may now be admitted.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Chancellor of the KKHSOU State Open University, I admit you to the degree of Master of Business Administration, Computer Application, Information Technology, Social Work, Assamese, English, Education, Political Science and Sociology. And I charge you that ever in your life and conversation, you show yourself worthy of the same.
All candidates for the postgraduate degrees may now sit down. Now, may I request the Dean Academic to present the candidates for conferment of the postgraduate diploma to the Honorable Vice Chancellor.
I urge upon the candidates for postgraduate diploma in computer application, human resource management, broadcast journalism, and mass communication to please rise in their seats. Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for postgraduate diploma in computer application, human resource management, broadcast journalism, and mass communication, to which I pray that they may now be admitted.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Chancellor of the KKHSOU State Open University, I admit you to the postgraduate diploma, and I charge you that ever in your life and conversation you show yourself worthy of the same.
All candidates for the postgraduate diploma may now sit down. May I now request the Dean Academic to present the candidates for conferment of the bachelor's degree to the Honorable Vice Chancellor.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Commerce, Business Administration, Computer Application, and Mass Communication to please rise in their seats. Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Commerce, Business Administration, Computer Application, and Mass Communications, to which I pray that they may now be admitted.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Chancellor of the KKHSOU State Open University, I admit all candidates to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Commerce, Business Administration, Computer Application, and Mass Communication. And I charge you that ever in your life and conversation you show yourself worthy of the same.
All candidates may now sit down. May I now invite the Registrar to request the Honorable Vice Chancellor to admit all other candidates in absentia.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, on behalf of the other candidates who have been examined and found qualified for degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Philosophy, various master degrees, bachelor degrees, and postgraduate diplomas, but could not attend the convocation and have been permitted to receive their degrees in absentia, I pray that they may be admitted to the degree.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Chancellor of the KKHSOU State Open University, I admit such candidates to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, degree of Master of Philosophy, Master degree, Bachelor degree, and a postgraduate diploma in absentia.
May I now invite the senior most learner of the university, Mrs. Rupashri Hoikya, to come up to the dais and receive her degree from the Honorable Vice Chancellor. May I now invite the Registrar to announce the awards of gold medals. May I also request the Honorable Vice Chancellor to distribute the awards. Candidates are requested to proceed to the dais one by one as announced and receive the medals.
The candidates who secured the first positions in various undergraduate and postgraduate examinations and qualified for the award of university gold medals are MA in Assamese, Binapani Devi, MA in Education, Purnima Paul, MA in English, Suporna Sinha, MA in Political Science, Jorna Akram, MA in Sociology, Jayanta Borua, Master of Business Administration, Jumi Rajkumar, Master of Computer Application, Dimple Soikia, BA, Jintu Thakuria, 2019, and Vedanta Bora, 2020. BCom Examinations, Sayan Chakraborty, BBA Examinations, Prakash Asajji, BCA Examinations, Siranjit Dhar, BMC Examinations, Nitul Kakoti. I request the gold medalist to come to the dais to receive the awards. Binapani Devi. Purnima Paul. Suparna Sinha. Jarna Akram. Jayanta Borua. Jumi Rajkumar. Dimple Soikia. Jintu Thakuria. Vedanta Bora. Sayan Chakraborty. Prakash Acharji. Siranjit Dhar. Nitul Kakoti.